What is happening? Yeah, I don't have to share my thoughts, but what I do need to tell you is I just want to arm wrestle the best, and hopefully they get to work this stuff out. That is that's all I'm going to say on the subject. I've been doing this a long time, and fortunate to be in a position recently with East versus West where we get to compete against the best, and I hope that continues. Boy, this humidity is crazy. Total Derek, God bless you. God bless you. What's up, Olaf? Hello. Saul, what's happening? Maestro 9. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of drama. And the first gentleman who's on here asked me to share my thoughts, and I will repeat that again. I just want to arm wrestle against the best, and hopefully they can get this straightened out. You know what I mean? So as far as all that other stuff, I can't speak on it, guys. I'm just going to be training. Most likely have a match in 8 weeks, and we'll find out who's left to arm wrestle. You know what I mean? What's up, Caleb? All right. Proving astrology. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the event. In person is always better for sure. Yeah, I told everybody going in that Zaranoff was very strong. I honestly would like to see. There's no way I'm pulling Devin to Shaw Classic, guys. Devin pulled in February right-handed. I pulled in February right-handed. Then I pulled again versus Italy. Then 6 weeks later, I pulled Zaranoff, and then it would be 8 weeks to pull Devin. Devin's halfway through his prep going into Vitaly. Not the same situation, guys. I'd happily pull him in December for King of North America or something like that, but zero chance me and Devin are pulling in 8 weeks. Your match with Zaranoff was crazy. Yeah, Zaranoff's super crazy strong, and that Ratchet itself was pretty insane. Guys, if you are here to talk about East versus West trouble, go ahead and leave, because I'm not going to be talking about it. Appreciate that everybody wants to get everybody's different opinion, but I don't think people should be doing all these lives until everyone has all the information. You know what I mean? And I haven't watched any of it, so I don't know what all's been put out there. Randy B, looked tough at the beginning. Yeah, I would love to see him versus Morzov, Kurdecha, Svekov, the other guys, rounding out that 7, 8, 9, 10 on the rankings, because he sits at 11th. And I'd love to see how that goes. Hey, dude, which side do you listen? There is no sides. I'm a professional athlete under contract. It's not about sides. So, and there are no teams, guys. But if you guys want to talk about anything else, we're more than happy to chat about it. Everyone here know, or most people know, that's not the real Devin. So I don't have any. I don't know if I'm taking on Alex next or what. I just saw him. He was at the in the lobby, and I was like, hey, we should get a couple pictures together. Definitely one face-off just in case we have a future matchup. How do you celebrate your wins? Well, we had Giordano's Pizza that night. Yesterday we took the day, had some Belgian waffles, some ice cream, hung out in the pool, spent time with the dogs, and then finished off last night with some pizza and some television. Yeah, Alex is a big guy, man. Alex is a big guy. But so it's an interesting match for sure. I mean, I'd like to pull Morzov, but as of right now, it doesn't look like he's going to be available anytime soon. So, what did you take out of Levon Hermes match? Levon is highest level the sport's ever seen for sure. This is pronated rope pulling. Well, thank you. Harrison, shit, I can't know how to say it. What's up? Hey, Devin, dude who's got the fake account, please quit asking the same question. How much protein do you eat? At least 1 gram per pound of body weight, often 1.5, so 300 to 450 grams a day probably. This exercise specific to pronation, mimicking, dragging, pronated arm wrestling. And I mean, it's just making everything instinctive, you know. Guys, Hermes riser was so strong, failed to stop Levon. So what I think, I mean, here I said it yesterday, he max loaded into Levon's ridiculously strong hand, you know, so he gave him no other options than to just hold on and hope he doesn't get pinned, right? You can't explode when you're fully loaded like that. You have to be able to explode into his hand, in my opinion. Hello from Malaysia, what's up? Bingit. I do something almost every day, arm wrestling related, yeah. But yeah, in my opinion, you can't load into Levon like that. You have to be able to explode into his hand. I mean, my intention is to have a match at the Shaw Classic, you know. What's up, Phil? Hit that thumbs up, guys. We got 120 people here. 23 thumbs up. Double tap the screen. Yeah, but guys, yeah, hopefully I get a match set up for the Shaw Classic. That's what I'm training for, and if for some reason I don't, I'm just gonna keep training until a match presents itself, you know. Feeling good, feeling good. Did a good chest circuit yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw the video. Was doing my 5 sets of 10 cable pulls instead of dragging. I was in a shoulder press. So I'm gonna start all my workouts. There's in my circuit, there's the cable pulls, right? So instead of doing dragging style cable pulls, I'm gonna be doing shoulder pressing cable pulls. No developing a hook, guys. I can't supinate past here, you know. I have a strong hook. I just can't force you into a hook, you know. Most chances versus Levon right now, I think it's Vitaly, Devin, and 6 months worth of preparation if I know the match is coming for me, you know. If I know the match is coming, I can put everything else aside and just focus specifically on, you know, how do I get the stop, what arm wrestle from there. Schoolboy would have a chance against me right-handed. That's hysterical. Zaranoff would run him over. Schoolboy's strong, and he's a big boy, but you just don't understand the levels. Ricard is very strong kid. Would definitely pull Jerry. I just mentioned I'm not pulling Devin at the Shaw Classic. Devin and I both pulled right-handed in February. Since then, I pulled Vitaly Lillette, and then 6 weeks later pulls Ranoff. I'm not 8 weeks later pulling Devin, guys. 2 different sets of circumstances. He's halfway through his prep going into Vitaly, peaking for Vitaly, and I'm just coming off, you know, my 3rd match in, what, 4 months? Yeah. Not logical, guys, not logical. But King of North American December versus Devin, I'd be happy to do that. Anyway, what I'm saying is I want to pull Eastern Europeans, you know, but if this issue continues throughout the year, then it's going to come down to it's going to have to be me and Devin at some point. So to make everything you know, fair for both athletes. Let's both pull at the Shaw Classic, and then, like I said, set up King of North America for December or something. I don't know if I don't think I've had a version of me yet that could beat the current Levon. I don't think so, but I think with the right amount of prep and preparation, I think I got a shot at stopping him. Banning of PEDs is hysterical. The Olympics can't even stop people from using PEDs. I mean, go watch Icarus. This is the Mark Pro Kinetic Vector seated rope point machine. All the Europeans haven't left. There's just quite a few of them, you know. But I think it's all going to get worked out, hopefully. My body fat right now is probably 18%, so I'm chunky. I don't think England has told anyone to protest. That's just for Deeps, what he's saying. I think people are just doing what they think is right. So whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't see how anyone could say Yuri got robbed. That dude's elbow was all over the place. And round 3, before he actually fouled out because his shoulder came 3 inches across the center of the table and they didn't call it. Robert just posted on YouTube. Well, I'll check it out after this. And well, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm not sitting here watching all this drama, guys. So if you're all watching podcasts and people are saying this, saying that, y'all know more about it than I do. I think Devin will stop Levon again. I don't know what happens from that point. So far, I can't think of a promotion that hasn't paid me, except for maybe Travis Bajan. There still might be some money on the table somewhere there. Why my biceps so big? Well, I've always had large biceps, but as I've gotten bigger, they grow along with it, right? I mean, I train arms every week, and I've been training for 30-something years, 37 years. Am I the oldest super heavyweight? Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm 52, Devin's 50. Who's older than 22-inch arms pumped, biceps. I don't know where he would rank, but it definitely wouldn't be number 1. Someone asked where would peak Travis Bajan be. Yeah, it wouldn't be number 1, but he'd be up there. I mean, he's strong. Oh, Jerry is older. Jerry's older than me by 4 months. Yeah, Jerry's February and I'm June. This morning, stripped 292.4 or 6. 292.6 what it was. I was 293.4 yesterday. I don't understand the question about view on Warzall. What about it? I think Warzall's awesome. I was hoping he would have been my next opponent, but I don't know if they can get everything resolved in the next 4 weeks or not. Do you train supination? I do not, because you can't supinate past here. Am I using creatine? Yes, I take creatine before I work out. John who? Please don't say John Brezink. Read East versus West Post. Well, currently I'm training, so all that shit's on the other side, yeah. Yeah, I think all males over 35 should get the testosterone checked, and if it's applicable, they should be on TRT. I tell people all the time that who are, against TRT, I'm like, guys, you only got one shot at life. You don't get to live this life and then have a do-over later. What's up, Phil Woody? I must have missed a comment, but I love it. Yeah, I mean, you don't get a do-over, guys. You only get to live once. So if you can be on TRT or hormone replacement therapy, that's going to improve your daily quality of life. Who wouldn't do that? And if you didn't, I mean, I feel like you're missing out on being optimized. I mean, women have been taking hormones for years. I don't know why there'd be a stigma around men doing it, Prime John versus Levon. Too big a gap, Levon. God bless you, Michael. Hope arm wrestling stays together at East First West. Me too, Patrick. God bless you as well. Max bench right now is probably 200 kilograms. Most I've ever done is like 237, 520 pounds, something like that. Full arch bleach. That's kind of a stupid statement. I get my beard trimmed regularly. I've had 6 inches taken off half a dozen times. Rebecca likes a beard, so the beard's saying. I have a amendment to my contract where I can pull anybody I want at the Monster Factory. So if I had sponsors for Monster Factory events, I could pull whoever wanted here, you know. But that's me. Doesn't mean other athletes could pull here, you know. We knew that I had my own promotion and had that amendment. But I think I will, when I pull Levon, I think I'll put the brakes on him. I think there's too big a gap now between Devin and Prime John as well. I think they're all about the same. Morzov, Grdech, Zvekov for me. I think I'm the favorite going into all those matches. I think I win in some wars, you know. I don't think either one of them can pin me 3 times, so this is actually putting my hands asleep. This is pretty good resistance. Every time you pull it, quite a bit of resistance. So I wouldn't say it's blood flow or cardio. I'd just say it's just good training, guys. I think I would currently be, well, I mean, my pronation was slightly injured going into this from playing ping pong, so it'll fully be recovered, I believe, by the Shaw Classic. But the strongest I've been so far in this comeback, I think, would beat the best version of Dennis, because I was beating Dennis. I pinned Dennis 3 times. Dennis has pinned me 5 times and won once on fouls. So that was my previous best versus him. So I think currently I'd beat the best version of Dennis, you know. I guess you just came on. I will not be pulling Devin at the Shaw Classic. Devin and I both pulled in February. Then I pulled Vitaly. 6 weeks later, pulled Zaranov. There's no way 8 weeks later I'm pulling a Devin who's halfway through his prep for Vitaly, right, guys? I mean, you got to put these things into perspective. Devin hasn't had a right-handed match since February. I've had 3 in 4 months, you know. But I feel like we both should have opponents at the Shaw Classic, and if this stuff isn't resolved, you know, happy to do a King of North America versus Devin in December, you know. How's life? How's the mental? Man, life's good. I'm blessed. So, doing the best I can. Current Ermans versus Devin for 2024. I think Ermans win. Current Ermans versus Devin. You know, 50-50, guys. Very interesting match. I don't know. I don't know who all we have. You know, right now you got Grdech, who hasn't said anything so far. You got Jerry Caderet. You got me. You got Devin. I don't know who else is in the mix. You know. Probably the best finish was against Camille was a good one. Gennady was a good one. That one I hit Zaranov with was pretty fast, you know. I mean, all pretty fast. I think there's a good chance Grdech will pull me in August, you know. Yeah, it's all Pro Nation, guys. If you don't see this, this is all Pro Nation. Yeah, it's finger clamp for sure, but this is all Pro Nation. More of a legend, Dennis or Devin? Has to be Devin. But what Dennis did during his reign was very, very impressive. What's up, Sammy? Do I think Devin is ducking Camille? No. But Devin just beat a higher ranked person than Camille, so Camille was awesome. You walked straight off. The celebration crowd was nuts for you. Yeah, Brad, that was a good one. Thank you for the congratulations. He's first at 18. Appreciate that. I thought Matt did amazing to come back from 2-0 versus Irakli and get that win. 3-2 is amazing. These are just some cheap gloves I got at what's that place? I can't even think of the name of the place. I just needed some gloves so I wouldn't blister up my hands. They were blistering pretty bad the first couple days I got back doing these. Not coming to Louisiana anytime soon. I mean, do I think Ryan will reach LeVon's level? It's going to take a whole lot of work and no injuries. If they offer a match, I'll be at the Shaw Classic. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Well, Zaranov, very strong, hand, very strong. Everything about him really strong. Like that weirdo strength, like just really, really strong in lots of places, right? Like I said, I think 50-50 him and Morzov, 50-50 him and Gradetcha, 50-50 him and Svekov. That's kind of where I think he's at. Corey's doing good, man. He's full-time entrepreneur now, working on his coffee trailers. Who do you think Shaw is ready to pull in the top 10? Nobody. He's pulling Brandon Allen, guys. He's not ready for anybody in the top 10. Brandon's strong, but he's not at that level. Like Brian's gonna have he's committed to it. We talked about it this weekend. He's committed, and he wouldn't do this if he didn't think he had a shot at being the best at it. So it's just gonna take a lot of work. I've had all the injuries in my elbows. I think Armez maxed out, loaded into LeVon's hand, and had no other options than to hope that just pray the match stops. And I feel like you have to explode into his hand, and you can't let him know what's coming. You can't give him all that pressure in the setup. But what's up, Neil? You an MMA fight with Eddie Hall, man? If I had some training, I'd be willing to do it if the money was right. But I mean, that's a big, strong dude, got a lot of power. So I would say he'd probably be the favorite. Thank you, Jay. Thanks, Thomas. God bless you as well. Who are these people who thought Zaranov was robbed? And please tell me how he was robbed. I mean, his elbows all over the place. His shoulder across the center of the table. I'd be very interested to find out how he was robbed. Woody, early Saturday afternoon, NK charity run. Well, I'm missing some of this stuff, but I hope you and Phil and Neil, I hope you guys are gonna have a good weekend. I think it's the first time I haven't had any bad calls. You know what I'm saying? Like this event was like the first East versus West, maybe, that I haven't had any bad calls, on me. You know what I mean? Like calls that weren't wrong elbow calls or early pins or something like that, Yeah. My baby gonna get in that poo. There's nothing set for me and Devin. Like I said, if things don't get reconciled, I could see the promotion or me and Devin talking about a King of North America by December or something like that, but won't be anything before that. Yeah, I've had some pretty bad calls, but yeah, this last weekend, I thought the officiating was pretty good. Yeah, there's definitely fouls, so they did make up the fouls. John Brasink versus Brian Shaw. John Brasink, who just pulled Yoshi, I think would still be able to beat Brian, you know. But he just had surgery, so I don't even know what kind of form he's in. Thank you, Brandon. God bless you as well. I'm doing well, Muhammad. Yeah, I'm happy for Matt as well. That was a very impressive performance. I don't know what a TFCC tear is. Do you, honey? Would I consider myself in the top 20 left-handed in the world? Hell no. Like my left, if my left had a little bit of treatment in the elbow and shoulder, and I had 3 months or 6 months, I think I'm Pavlo, Wagner. I'm that level, you know. Wagner was number 10 in super heavyweights. Pablo. Oh, some good looking cucumbers there.
Pickles coming.
There you go.
Look at that. And I picked some yesterday too.
Wow.
I got a pickled them. So your sister wants any, she needs to do them now.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. So I would say around that 10 spot if I knew a match was coming and I focused on the left some, you know, and just got this elbow and shoulder, you know, just a little therapy on it, you know. What's up, Nixon Edits? You don't have the steps to walk across there, is that you're looking for?
No, I'm catching things.
No. You have rebars right there in the ground. This is all pronation, guys. It's all pronation. Fingertips and pronation. It's mimicking the start of a match for me. It's kind of like a pronation gauge back pressure. It's just mimicking an outside move. So I just do it over and over and over to get that body muscle memory, you know. Yes, I believe wholeheartedly I would be prime Dennis. Well, I doubt there's a chance you're going to ask me to pull Devin. Jerry hasn't pulled it how long? Since December, so it could be Devin versus Jerry, me versus Gradecha. And if they haven't got things fixed out, like I said, me and Devin in December for, you know, King of North America. I could see something like that playing out, you know. But Michael Todd versus Cleve Dean. Cleve was amazing, but I mean, I definitely believe in a super match. I would wear him out, you know. I need to work on my arm wrestling form. Number 6 overall in the world, and really should be 5 because I don't think Jerry has a chance to beat me. 23 world titles throughout my career, 36 national titles. But what I do is an arm wrestling. I think I'll just stick to doing what I do, buddy. You think Jerry deserves 4th spot in right arm? Well, I mean, he got it by beating Gennady when Gennady was ranked higher. So, in my opinion, yeah, he's still, I mean, I don't think he is the number 4 guy. But, I mean, he hasn't lost to anybody below him to lose that ranking, so. What do you think about Prime Dennis? Prime Dennis was amazing. Current Levon is too much for Prime Dennis or anybody else so far, you know. I just don't see how Gennady's going to rematch me anytime soon. He's lost all 3 matches he's had, so he would. And I don't know what his weight is right now. I don't know what's going on, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be Vitaly, Devin, and myself will be the three that would have the best shot against Levon currently in the crop, you know. Um, and it's just because styles make matches, and then it's also because Devin's crazy strong, you know.
Anybody come in today?
Yeah, I've got clients, honey. I got 11 o'clock. They haven't told me, so probably not. I mean, they still got to grade the stuff over here by the garage. How often do I shave my head? Not frequently enough. I often look like Dr. Phil. I'm too lazy to shave it daily like a lot of people do. Yeah, I still work with Corey. He's been real busy with work. I don't have a specific razor, but I do need a razor sponsor. You're right. I need to be reaching out some razor blades. So guys, I'm almost 30 minutes into rope pulling. I appreciate that, but that's why I do these every morning. For one, it's good to just chat with you guys, but it also helps me get through these 30 minutes of rope pulling, because if it's just me out here by myself, I mean, if I was watching all the drama going on, I guess that would keep my attention, you know, but I hadn't watched any of this stuff yet. I hadn't watched any podcasts. I don't know what's happening, so I'm just over here training, waiting for the call.
We've been trying to finish up the six bit.
Finish up the what? Yeah, we have been. So we're almost done with all 9 seasons of Suits, and I think it's been a month maybe? 4 or 5 weeks we've been just sitting here crushing the show. So, but I think Gasparini is amazing. I just think he needed to be able to explode into his hand versus, you know, loading into it so much. But well, I appreciate somebody said I look enormous. The right arm is pretty thick, right? Left hand's pretty thick too. Like if you watch the shoulder press reel I posted yesterday, that left tricep, left arm looks pretty thick. Prime, some Plinkov beats Prime Pivot in my opinion pretty convincingly, I would believe. But do you have any Hollywood appearance plans? Well, I had to skip out on a movie. It was a smaller movie, but I had to skip out on it. I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks filming, and then I got the offer to pull Zorano, so I couldn't not be home training. So yeah, it's hot in Arkansas. I think heat index today is supposed to be 105. So that's the humidity. I think the actual temperature is only 92, but it'll feel like 105, you know. I would love to pull with Levon at some point, but I do need a good camp to get ready for it. Favorite movie? Probably Forrest Gump, man. Forrest Gump's awesome. Very inspiring movie, you know. Well, Prime Pivot it wasn't Prime John that he beat 209-pound John, who was coming off an injury. I mean, John actually lost to Ron Bath a few weeks before that event, so not Prime John Brazini definitely beats Prime Pivot. What do you think about compressed side pressure? I'm not really sure what compressed side pressure is. Yeah, I've heard a lot of times I look like Kratos. Definitely would have been something I'd been up for if there was, you know, the movie of Kratos or something, but they'll pick anyone, a big actor to do that. Who do you think you need to train with to good against Levon? Probably Devin. If I was getting a match with Levon, it'd probably be trained with Devin, you know. The way Vitaly and Levon train side pressure. Well, I'll look into that. It sounds like something I could, add to my stuff, Guys, we got 261 people here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. 106 likes. I mean, if y'all could hop out or double tap the screen, maybe get up to 130, 140 or something, I'd appreciate that. Am I bigger than Artem Morzov? My wrists are bigger. Biceps are probably the same. His forearm's probably bigger, but he's definitely leaner. Like, that kid's a specimen. I mean, he literally looks like he was built in a lab. And I like Morzov a lot. He's a really good dude, Am I a strong man? I don't compete in strongman, but I definitely have, above average strength. Guys, I can't supinate past here. Like, this is me forcing my hand to supinate as much as possible. So there is no inside game I'm trying to work. I'm gonna start working my press. I've never trained my press. So if I start working my press and I can get that cup, like, because if you're coming towards me, my press is phenomenal. if you're running from me, it's hard. I can't really turn top rollers in because I can't supinate enough. I'm 52 actually, but yeah, still training for Le Mans. I think Whisper's pretty good, yeah, for his size and everything. Love from Sweden. Appreciate amazing warrior mentality on your inspiration. Thank you so much. I don't train grip strength. I train clamping strength. Next opponent, I'm thinking probably Gardecha, but I don't know what's going on. You know, Dennis I don't even know what his health is like right now. But if they offered me a match with Dennis, I mean, there's no reason. There's nobody I wouldn't arm wrestle, guys. Would you arm wrestle this for? Yes, of course. Why would I not? Now, the one I'm not going to take is a rematch with Devin in 7.5 weeks, right? And that's specific because, like I said, Devin pulled right-handed in February. I pulled 3 matches. February, you know, in 4 months I pulled 3 matches. So I pulled February, then I was perfectly primed and ready for the Vitali match, and then had to immediately turn around and pull Zoranov. For me to try to be in peak form in 8 weeks to pull the Devin Laird that is peaking and prepping for Vitali, it just doesn't make sense. Give him a match in August, give me a match in August, and then if there's still all this, you know, division, then King of North America in December, me versus Devin. And the thing is, a me versus Devin match deserves a lot of hype, right? Like, we are people who have a lot of history with each other. He's got a huge fan base. I got a pretty good sized fan base, and that's a match that we can really, you know, push hard, especially if, you know, things are in North America and we're you know, trying to get the biggest show we can here. I mean, that match could even take place in Hot Springs. I have the location here. They're willing to do it. I think the arena is available, but I mean, Devin's going to be a handful for anybody. That's why I would not take that match lightly. But there's nobody I wouldn't arm wrestle. To say, would you arm wrestle this person or whatever? You know, someone asked me to flex my bicep. But of course, like, it's just arm wrestling, guys. What's worse going to happen? Something's going to come apart. Well, hell, that's already happened for me, you know. But yeah. Well, guys, I appreciate it. 274 people on here, 142 thumbs up. If we can get that to 150 real quick, if you guys could just double tap the screen or exit out, whatever. The best way to heal your pronator probably would be some BPC 157 TB 500, or you know, I do a lot of ice therapy. I do ice, and then when I get out, I rub really hard with like an icy hot type muscle rub, and then wrap it in a tight towel or put a hoodie on. But yeah. What's your height, weight now? 350. I'm 6'3", 292.6 pounds stripped this morning, right? So elbow pain, the best thing for elbow pain is what I do is I go Google or go to YouTube and type in Monster Mug Todd ice bath recovery or ice recovery, whatever. It'll show what I do. Fill the sink full of ice. And then, like I said, after 15 minutes, dry it off, rub it down really hard with some muscle rub, some icy hot, something that heats up, and then, you know, wrap it in a towel or something like that. Guys, it has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in. New record. If everything feels good in the elbow, I'm going to try to do a 213.7 pronation on Saturday. But that might be the last of that type of pronation lift I do for a little bit. I plan on starting. I was prepping last night, trying to figure out my programming last night, how I'm going to do, starting with the riser pronation, or the curl pronation, the way Vitali was doing the pronation curl. Thank you, Brandon. God bless you in Jesus' name as well, brother. I pulled in the hook for years. The hook is where I wanted to live. Now I just realize outside arm wrestling is more effective. Yeah, I think my pronation is stronger than Devin. What, baby? Okay, we got to figure out how to do that. What I'll do is once I move the, well, no, I was going to say once I move the swing set, we could hook, but no, that's going to be over there. Basic same thing. Well, we cut the limbs down. I could drill like a U-boat into the side of the tree.
You got it cooked right there right now, right?
Yeah.
Would that be tall enough?
No. Not at all. We'll figure it out though, babe. I'd like to train some with Toddzilla. Like us just go through all the movements he does. Thank you, JS. I appreciate you. Tattoos, 2 arms arm wrestling. At the top it says BAM! Get some underneath it, you know. Alright guys, I appreciate it. 175 thumbs up, 239. Same time tomorrow. I think we're just gonna stick with 9:30. We've been sleeping a bit. Wagner on the left. What's up, Ryan? Amazing match, brother. I hit 43 old last week. My best birthday present has to be your win. Thank you, man. Happy belated birthday, brother. Yeah, Brian and Sean and I talked about us collabing. I don't know if he's coming here, if I'm going there, but if it was me, if someone offered me Jerry in August, will I take it? Of course. Why would I not? All right, guys. Y'all be blessed. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.